I'm Kodachi, the Black Rose. You will keep that in mind, won't you? Now, my darling. Ranma, darling. And now, my darling. Ranma, darling. Honest. Yes, darling, yes. Surprise attack? I merely came to visit with my darling Ranma. So, Ranma, darling. Ranma, darling, did you hear? Akane Tendo, is my darling Ranma your fiancé? Ranma, darling. The one I long to date with is my darling Ranma Saotome.
Okay, never to bother your darling Ranma ever again!
And what is my darling Ranma to you anyway? Do you really want my darling Ranma that bad?
You don't own your darling Ranma!
As promised, I shall forever after abandon my present affection for my darling Ranma. Please deliver those to my darling Ranma. I told you my darling Ranma was here. What's that? My darling Ranma is here? Oh, Ranma, darling.
Sick.
Good afternoon, Ranma, darling. A present, darling.
Huh?
Baked with love by yours truly in today's home ec class, my dearest darling.
They shall never touch my darling Ranma's lips. Oh, Ranma, darling.
And how were those cookies I made for you, darling? Tisk, tisk, darling. Now are we hungry for cookies after all?
Eat hearty, darling. To my dearest, darling, most adorable Ranma. Such joy, darling, such bliss.
Ranma, darling.
Ranma, darling.
Very well, my darling. Not quite, darling.
And to think they'll soon be ingested by my darling Ranma. You dare to consume once more the cookies I handmade for my darling Ranma. Welcome home, darling. Call me Kodachi Saotome.
Kodachi South. Oh my god.
What? What is it, darling? Don't tease me, darling. Come along, Ranma, darling. Oh, my darling, please don't be that way. Yes, darling.
Hey, what are you doing?
Whatever
Give
you
them back.
say.
Don't be shy, darling. They need to be washed.
Ranma, darling, bring that bedding over here for me, will you? Ranma, darling. Oh, but darling, those days are behind you. Oh, Ranma, darling. Which dojo is it, darling? You hate dojo-san, darling?
To my darling Ranma. I'll get you for that.
All alone with Ranma, darling, in the dark. Ranma, darling, where are you? Ranma, darling, you've come back to your loving Kodachi. Ranma, darling, go on ahead. My darling Ranma consorting with that newly pretty spatula girl, Ukyo Kuonji. Ranma, darling, of course, once Ranma, darling, and I have become man and wife. Ranma, darling. Darling. Ranma. You know I'd follow you anywhere, don't you, darling?
Yeah.
Ranma, darling. Ranma, darling. Ranma, darling, surely you jest. Ranma, darling. What can I do for you, darling? It's not hunger that brought you here, is it, my darling?
Either way,
But don't worry, darling.
Ranma, darling!
Ranma, darling, you're magnificent. I'm working on that, darling.
do know you're crazy, don't you?
Ranma, darling!
So ends the story. It seems another rat has come into my house to steal my Ranma darling away for Christmas Eve. Oh, Ranma darling, don't leave. Well, it seems another rat has come into my house to steal my Ranma darling away for Christmas Eve. Ranma darling and I are going to spend Christmas Eve together. Welcome to our home, Ranma darling. I should be grateful to my brother for bringing you here to visit me, Ranma darling.
Two can play at that game, sister.
I'm going after you and the pigtailed girl just like you're going after me and my darling Ranma. Ranma darling. Of course, darling. Don't worry, darling. We'll meet again soon. Ranma darling! Ranma darling! Ranma darling! Come to me, Ranma darling! Oh, my poor sweet darling Ranma. Oh, Ranma darling! Snap out of it, Ranma darling! Oh, I know you can too, darling!
Huh? My sister.
Mistress Kodachi!
Ranma, darling! Wait, Ranma, darling! Ah, Ranma, darling! Oh, Ranma, darling, I'm ever so frightened of the spooky, ooky dark. You'll walk me to the exit, won't you, darling? Oh, Ranma, darling.